And welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to a new video, everybody. And today we're going to talk about, well, basically we're going to do an update to the gentleman that I did a call with a few months ago, whose Demon 170 was in the shop for I think it was over 6 months, with an engine on back order and other issues. And he was highly frustrated, couldn't get anybody to help him. It was ridiculous. Well, now there is an outcome, and he called me, and we need to discuss this. I want to give you the outcome. Final update, and we're going to hear it together because I have not heard it yet. So let's give him a call back.
Yo.
Hi, Brad.
Hey, Brad, how you doing?
Good. Hey, I want to hear the update. You mind if I turn on the camera and we make a video out of it?
Hold on, I can turn the TV down. Yeah, we can do it now, sure.
All right. Awesome, dude. I know everybody's curious how that thing fleshed out. I know it was 6 months without the car plus and back-ordered engine and total nightmare. So where are you at now?
So, I actually did hire an attorney right after I talked with you guys, which a pretty nice guy from, he was actually from Georgia. And he didn't have to do much because after our video with you, Stellantis pretty much got a hold of me, I would say 3 weeks after your deal with me on the podcast.
Did they see the video? I wonder.
I'm thinking they had to have. So,
yeah.
But before I could really get far with them, they were already contacting me about it.
Good.
And but you know, it took quite a long time. We went back and forth. They wanted to make sure the car was paid off, and I had the title and all the rigmarole stuff, which we went through all that. But it was kind of tough at the end. They actually had the check for almost 25 days before they got it to us.
Wow.
And but I did finally get my money back. I did have to go back to the dealer twice. The second time, I got to the dealer the first time. They couldn't come last week because there was rain and there was floods in Chicago, so she couldn't make it. The second time that we got out there, which was today, and it was raining here, the dealer didn't want anything to do with the car. Not that they didn't like the car, but the Stellantis told them that you're responsible for the car once he takes it off his trailer. So, which I got pictures and stuff. I can send you some pictures of it.
Yeah.
But I'll send you pictures. So anyway, the dealer was kind of fighting it. They went back and forth. He's like, well, what if the car gets stolen? He goes, we get it. We've had 2 or 3 stolen. I'm like, look, put a note on there. This one's got a blown motor. Don't steal this one.
Yeah, or put insurance on it and put it on a flatbed and let them steal everything.
Right, that's right. So, and they did give me all my money back. They gave me the overage I paid. So they actually wrote me a check for $203,000.
They gave you back the markup money too. Good job.
Yes, everything.
Great
everything.
job,
So,
dude. Wow.
Yeah.
What a win. Sorry you had to go through that long of a nightmare, but wow.
Yeah. So, you know, would I buy another Demon again? Yeah, but you know what? I'd rather buy one that's already broke.
Yep.
And fix it myself.
Exactly. Or, yeah, that's what I've been saying. It's like, or get one with miles on it that you know is okay. That it's not a bad one. You know, like Racer X's car was, whoever got that car got a good car, got a good deal because the car's been fixed and now the problem's solved. But getting one of these low mileage, unknown whether they're going to be one of the bad ones cars, dropping a couple hundred G's is like the nightmare you went through. I mean, what did it take? Almost, what, 8-9 months?
Almost a year.
Almost
9 months.
9 months.
And let me tell you, here's the other part of this. I almost died.
Wow.
So about 12 weeks ago, I actually had open heart surgery.
Yikes.
And
you and the car have an open heart surgery. What time?
Yeah, and I saw a guy on Facebook and one of the Demon sites, and he goes, has anybody bought a Demon and had a heart attack? Because he bought a Demon and he had a heart attack. I couldn't believe this. And I'm like, now what's the chances of that happening to me? And it did.
Unbelievable. Thank God you came out of it.
Crazy.
I mean, geez, so you're fixed now.
Had a 5-way bypass. Yeah, I'm all good.
So you got all new plumbing. So you're ready to go another 50 years, dude. You're going to be good.
I'm real. All I need is a Demon with a good motor in it.
Well, you got the money now to do it. So, and prices have come down. You know that, right?
Well, and that's the best part. So, I felt bad about getting rid of it because it was my baby.
Yep.
And it didn't bother me that I paid the $200,000.
Yep.
I wanted the car fixed.
Yeah.
It really was more of a, but then I kept saying to myself, dude, you're $70,000 ahead no matter what you do.
Yep.
And because because the price of these things are dropping the words out.
Yep.
Between people knowing that what's happening and these guys that bought them all are now sitting on a lot of money that they're saying, hey, I got to get rid of these cars. Because I saw a few now selling for $125 and $130.
Yeah. And
so
it's and so you think about that. I mean, yeah, you're $70,000 to the good. I mean, even if you bought one cherry loaded, carbon fiber wheels, everything, I found them for $145,000, $150,000. You're still way ahead.
I'm still way ahead. Yeah. So, and honestly, I just thought about it. I'm like, I could buy another Red Eye, send it over to Hennessy, spend the money, have them make it 1,000 horsepower, and still turn the key.
And they'll warranty their work.
Right.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
I'm like, where am I going here? And it was a lot of hype. It was a nice car. Would I buy another one? Never for $100. I wouldn't even pay $130,000 for one.
Yeah.
There's just no way. I'll buy one with a bad motor. I would be happy with that for under $100,000. That would be my number. But
so
otherwise,
think about this. If you did the Hennessy deal, if you did the Red Eye and the Hennessy deal, you might be all in for like $150,000. You still have $53,000 less. You can go buy a whole nother Scat Pack.
That's right.
Jeez.
That's exactly right.
That's crazy, man. Unreal.
It is crazy. So, but like I said, that's why I let the car kept going. I'm like, I'm putting $70,000 back in my pocket. No matter how, and they're out there. There was the hype. Oh, you're not going to get one. You can't find one. But they're all over the internet. They're all over Facebook Marketplace. They're on eBay. They're out there. So. Well,
this car is going to probably go down in history as one of the biggest collector and speculator purchases. So out of the 3,000 or so cars, the amount of people that bought them not to use them is higher than probably any car in history, next to maybe a Ferrari Enzo or something like that, because all these guys were sure that this thing was going to go to the moon because of the last call story that they gave us all. So while even the 2018 Demon landed at a reasonable price, it did not go to the moon. It's less than what most people paid for it, and until it's 20-30 years from now, I'll tell you right now, you could take that $50,000 extra after you buy something cool for $150,000 and put it in the market, put it in the stock market, put it in real estate, start a business, do almost anything, and you will have a much higher return than you would have had even sitting on that Demon 170 for 20 years. So when you buy one, I know you were going to do this anyways, drive the freaking hell out of it and enjoy it, because you had to stare death in the eye. You know that we're not all here forever. We ain't getting out of this thing alive. You got a close call. You get a second chance at life. So drive the car so freaking hard and have so much fun that when you do die, you're going to say, I'm glad I got that thing and I'm glad I had fun in it.
Yeah, and that was exactly my thought when I bought this car. I'm like, I'm driving it, man. I did not buy this car to keep in the garage and wait. And the guys that are doing it, I got a good friend of mine. He bought a 69 RTSC Charger from me, and I talked to him yesterday, and I talked him into buying a Demon, and he was like, he paid like $220 for his. And he goes, Mike, I only got 68 miles on it. Oh. I'm like, bud, you better drive that car, man. Drive it, or get rid of it.
Yep, you may have a time bomb sitting on your hands.
Well, and here's the other thing, Brad. Which cars are the ones that are doing this? Now, my number was a low number car.
Yep.
Very low. It was under their first 3,300 made.
Yep.
Is it those cars? Because some guys, I got another buddy of mine, he goes, Mike, he bought one, and he goes, I'm still driving it. He goes, I got 1,800 miles on it. He goes, and I put E85 in this car the day I brought it home.
Yeah.
So it's like taking a gamble on buying these cars, but which ones are bad, which ones ain't.
Yep.
Were some of these sabotaged? Did somebody leave the nuts loose because they knew they were going to lose their job? Who knows?
And
There's a $10 million question.
And there was a lot of disgruntled people. Carlos Tavares had so many of those employees not happy that, not that they're bad guys, but it's like they were all getting so screwed that you don't know what that could have been it. But, it's one thing if all the cars were faulty and you knew that. And we knew that, okay, every car needs to have, a checkup, get fixed, get, engine replaced or whatever. Like, if it was all of them, that's one thing. But not knowing which ones and having to roll the dice when you drop that kind of money, I'll never be so rich that I can do that and say, I don't care. I'll take the chance. It's just not going to happen. Like, I bought that 2015 Lamborghini because thousands of people went before me to prove that that's the most reliable supercar in the world, after I spent 3 years with the worst supercar in the world and learned a very expensive lesson. It's scary, dude. Yeah, which ones are broken, right, which ones are not.
Right, that's why I'd rather buy a blown one, because I'll roll in the garage myself, pull the motor, send it to a guy who knows what he's doing, and then put it back together myself.
Yep. And then you waited 6 months for an engine, and without just getting, everybody knows what I'm talking about, but I mean, a big YouTuber's engine blows, and 30 days later they're back on the road. You're out there in the abyss, and you're 8 months waiting for this thing to get solved. I mean, thank God they gave the money. I'll give credit where credit's due, even though they put you through 8 months of hell while you're going through a freaking bypass surgery. And what would have happened if you would have not made it, and then your family had to take over this nightmare and deal with the loss of you. I mean, you just think of how all the bad things that could have happened. So thank God you made it through. Thank God you got your money, and I can't wait to hear what you do with it. It's gonna be
well, I'm definitely gonna get something. We'll see what's out there, but I'm gonna play my cards right this time. And one thing, I know this, and I tell everybody this, but I was a victim of my own crime. You never impulse buy. And that's exactly what I did.
Me and you, baby. Me and you both. I mean, because we love these things, I mean, I've walked into dealerships and just fell down on the floor and said, take me, I'm yours. And I've done it enough times in my life to have learned that lesson too. But it's just hard when you're in the moment, and you got the keys and you start imagining, I'm going to be driving that thing home tonight. And before you know it. And the dealers depend on that. They know that. They spent, millions of dollars studying that and coming up with the exact dialogue and phraseology to use on us to capitalize on that. So,
I think here's what was in my head. I told you I was going to drive the car. The car was for me to drive. And I think what my thing was, and I'm not, Jay Leno got one of these cars, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, I'm not Jay Leno. I'm calling all these dealers, and I'm calling this guy, calling that guy. And the only way I was going to get it was to spend $200,000.
Yep.
So I did it. And that was the impulse part. And I thought about it, is this really what I want to do? But, I was thinking about it. I said, man, I got to have that car,
Yeah.
And I got it all right.
Boy, did you get it. And you got a hell of a story. And I just thank God you got out made whole. They can never give you your time back. But you know what? This is the best case scenario in the end. And I'm sure they knew that had you gone through with a long-term lawsuit, lemon law case, it's very likely, especially walking in with, massive medical issue in the middle of it and everything else. And hell, if you tied that to they knew, it was $500,000, bang to them if they didn't solve the problem with you. So, everybody kind of wins in this tough situation.
They stood up to the plate. And here's the other thing. I'm still getting emails because they put in this thing with Chrysler. It's like where they push it so you get pushed in front of everybody else. Yeah. I'm still getting emails saying your parts are not available yet.
God, that's just like,
don't have a motor.
It's just like to screw with you afterwards. Just let me remind you how lucky you are that we got you out of this thing. Just that's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Still getting emails. So it's crazy.
Wow. Congrats, man. I'm glad you got through it, and I was hoping it was going to be some good news when I called, and I know everybody will be happy to hear that was the outcome, and you are now free, and that you you got all new plumbing in your own chest now to.
Yeah, and I'm still a Mopar guy. I'm still gonna, like I said, I'm gonna get either a super stock or I'm gonna get a red eye and mess with that for now. And like I said, I'd like to get one and send it to Hennessy and make it a bad boy. And I've been looking at a couple of those, so we'll see what I get, but I'll get something to go play with. And I'm probably gonna go back to another '69 Charger. Told my wife, I said, I've had all these old Mopars. I've never, and I'm not kidding, never been on the side of the road once. Here I am in a $200,000 car and it's dead.
I'm with you, man. I have 8 of these things, not a single issue. And these people in the comments like, Dodge is crap, Dodge. The best cars, this is the best car I've ever had. This thing is bulletproof. I mean, I drive the hell out of it and it's not broken on me. I mean, I had a starter bolt loose at the beginning, but that was manufacturer, complacency. But it's a great car, and yeah, that's why this whole thing is so. And the new Charger, it's just all unforgivable ridiculousness. They could have done better.
Right. They could have. I mean, I get it. They were pushing it. The clock was ticking, and now hopefully that the virus is gone, and they come. Hopefully they're going to come back out with some cool stuff, Yeah. So we'll see what's going to happen, and Tim Kuniskis might bring it all back, which I hope to God he does, because they still got, in my eyes, the best stuff out there, and I got my Hellcat that I drive now. I have a 2023, and I love that one. It's a beautiful car.
Yep.
So that one just runs great. So
yep. No, I hope they come back with a bunch of cool stuff. I mean, us Mopar guys, we put up with a lot of crap this last few years, so it would be nice for them to deliver a nice Hemi car or selection of Hemi cars that we can enjoy, and some cool fun stuff again. And you know what, we'll all come back, and because that's just what we do, and we'll forgive and forget and move on. But this is maybe we won't forget. we'll forget. We ain't gonna forget this dumbassery this last few years. But
well, the word I say is shit happens. I'm a mechanic. Yeah. I get it. Something new happens, but at least at the end of the day, they stood behind it. They took it back, and I got a chance to buy another one.
Man, so, I'm telling you, thank God. Yep, and just that's a great outcome, because I always worry, like with the markups, are they going to fight you and offer you your money back, and then make you have to go pursue the dealer and all this other crap, which would have been just not worth the drama and the years of hell. So the fact that they did this, yep, I'll give credit where credit's due. Make it right with people, and we'll move on. Nobody meant for you to go through this. I always say that in business. It's like when something goes wrong, even at my own company, I'll tell the customers, like, I promise you, we didn't sit around like planning to have this go wrong. Like we wanted it to go perfectly. The fact that it went wrong means that we have an opportunity now to show you how good we are when this circumstance comes up. And that's where I wish it didn't take as long for you to get through this, but in the end, you got your money back. So nobody meant to stick you with a crappy engine, and at the very least, they gave you back your money. So start all over, and you're healthy.
Yep, they did the right thing. Yep. So.
Well, cool, man. Well, I appreciate you calling. Sorry I missed your call earlier, but I'll get this up, and I know everybody's going to be happy to hear that. And it's a good, happy ending to a really crappy situation.
Yep, it really is. But like I said, the shit happens, and like I said, I'm just a Mopar guy through and through, and it ain't over till it's over. But I'm just happy, and I'll do it again. So. Yep.
Well, send me those pictures on the flatbed. I'll use, if I can, I'll use them for the thumbnails, and then let me know when you do the Hennessy thing, man. If you do the Hennessy thing, I'll jump on an airplane, fly out there, and film that thing when it's done.
Oh yeah, I definitely will. Trust me, that'll be next year, but that's coming up.
Right on. Well, I'll still be here. All right, brother.
Okay, Brad.
Catch you later.
Thank you,
Take
sir.
care.
All right, buddy. Bye-bye.
All right, folks. So I won't give you a long outro. That's the update. Almost 8 months to deal with this no engine supply issue, parts unavailable. The Demon 170 got all his money back. So this is why we do these videos. This is why we do this stuff. I mean, to get to this point, to hear that somebody got their problem resolved, and it was after we did the video that this happened. So if it was because of this, awesome. If it wasn't, awesome. I don't care. The dude is made whole, and he's healthy, and he survived some tough stuff. So sounds like a rough rough year for this guy, and he's still got a positive attitude and still a Mopar guy, still part of the actual real brotherhood. So with that, everybody, like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you all in the next one. This might actually be the only video I never even edit, and I just upload as it is. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.